Hello everyone, it's Theme Park Avenue, I'm Eric, and continuing in my review of every Universal dark ride, today I'm talking about Fast and Furious Supercharged. Oh boy. Before we get into this review, make sure you subscribe to the channel to know when new videos come out and to watch more videos. Now this is the ride that I deem the worst at the Universal parks. It might be the worst theme park ride ever. I'll get to that later. This might get ranty, but let's get right in. So first of all, when I first went to the park, this had been open for about 2 months. And there was probably a 15-minute line, when the rest of the lines, for the most part, were more like 30 to an hour. So that's already a bad sign. Going through the queue, it's pretty good. There's a lot of cars, and it's themed to the Fast and Furious stuff really well. I'm not a huge fan of that stuff, so the fact that they're trying to make it look like a musty old garage and they succeeded isn't quite my favorite thing. It's a good queue for sure though, but the fact that the queue is the highlight of the ride, yeah, that's not good. Now to the pre-show. So there's this random employee who talks to like one of the cast members on the screen in a pre-recorded message. It's not very good. And apparently we're going to a party in a bus. That's right, Fast and Furious ride themed to you riding in a bus, sounds about right. And then there's just this whole thing about how the FBI is trying to stop you from having fun. I don't know a ton about Fast and Furious, but that sounds incredibly stupid. I'm sorry if you're a fan of that or a fan of the ride. I know there's some fans of this ride, but it's really just not that good. Now let's get to the actual ride, which is the worst part. So there's this one scene where there's a bunch of people partying, and it's one of the main reasons I don't think young kids should really be on this ride. It's the kind of thing a lot of parents would not want their kids to see. Kind of like how Shrek 4D had a few things, this just has a couple really inappropriate things. There's a few bad words, but I don't think that's as big a deal. The real issue is just that there's partying to a certain extent that I would not want kids to see. And you're just kind of sitting in a bus, kind of like on Kong. It's the same ride system, you know, you're just sitting there, watching stuff happen, not part of the action. That stinks. And one thing I'd love to point out, this ride, they know how lame it is, there's no seatbelts. That really just shows how little you're moving. I imagine Fast and Furious fans are mostly very disappointed that the ride is quite slow. So the actual main action scene, you're just kind of sitting there and watching on either side some very unconvincing CGI with some chase scenes and helicopters and a bunch of stuff. It's actually really, really boring. There's just no merit to this ride besides the queue. It's short, which I guess is a good thing in this case, but honestly, it's just really, really poorly done. It's just cheap, it's not much to it, there's really no reason to ride it. Kind of inappropriate, boring. I don't know any dark ride that's worse than this. I'm kind of impressed that Studios was able to make something worse than Shrek 4D. This is a bit ranty, I know, but it's really just that bad. You absolutely should not ride this if you go to the park. I believe it's closed for good now, and that's a good thing. But I did go on it and I wanted to review it, mainly because I just kind of wanted to rant, and some people like hearing that. It's kind of a staple of the channel that I hate this ride. But I'd rather ride a painful Vekoma SLC than this, because it's just so boring and has nothing to it. At least SLCs have something to them. This is a really, really bad ride. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. I know it got really, really mean to Universal Studios. But don't worry, we have plenty of positivity coming up in the other rides. Subscribe for more content. I'll see you next time.